Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CB Star Radio with your host, Crystal Barker King. Today, we're going to talk about healing from nature, the truth they don't want you to know. I want to talk about something close to my heart, how nature itself was designed to heal us. This is something I've recently learned and I'm still learning every day. Every tree, every plant, every herb that grows in the soil carries a secret. And those secrets were never meant to be locked away. They were gifts from God. In Genesis 1:29 says, "And God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it." Funny that they took the seeds out of a lot of fruit, right? And they call it gourmet or make it seem like it's supposed to be helpful. The truth is, they don't want you growing your own food. They will be yours for food. From the very beginning, our Creator told us the earth contains what we need for life and healing. And yet, look at the world we live in today. When someone writes a book about herbal cures, when a healer shares natural remedies, what happens? Too often, the book is censored, the person is threatened, or the knowledge is dismissed as unscientific. Facts. Not because it doesn't work, but because natural remedies can't be patented. There's no profit in a weed growing in your backyard. Can I get an amen? But let's talk about some of those so-called weeds. Let's talk about the dandelion. People spray it with poison, but every part of it is medicine. The root cleanses the liver. The leaves support digestion. And the flower is packed with antioxidants. That is scientifically proven. Plantain, not the banana, but the broad leaf weed you've seen in cracks of sidewalks. It soothes burns, insect bites, and even helps draw toxins from the skin. Chickweed, a tiny creeping plant in the grass. It can reduce inflammation and support the immune system. Mullein, those tall stalks with fuzzy leaves. They clear the lungs and soothe coughs, acting as a natural respiratory healer. Nettle, often feared for its sting, but in tea, it strengthens bones, purifies blood, and eases allergies. These aren't exotic plants you have to search for. They're literally under our feet. And yet, we kill them with chemicals while buying pharmaceuticals made in labs, many of which are actually derived from these very plants in the first place, but are filled with fillers, plastics, metals, yada, yada, yada. Let's be clear. This isn't about rejecting medicine entirely. If you break a bone, you go to the doctor. If you need surgery, you seek professional care. But what if we started with prevention? What if we used nature's medicine first? What if we nourished our bodies daily with herbs, plants, and natural remedies and saved the hospital as the last resort, not the first? We must also ask, why is it that our local municipalities try to regulate even our own gardens? Did you know that some counties and cities in Florida won't even let you have a plant or bed garden in your backyard? They regulate what you can grow, what plants you can plant, and I understand that things can be invasive and invasive species, yada, yada, yada. But let's be real here. If somebody's trying to grow what's already growing and we're just killing it, or if they want to grow their own tomatoes or vegetables, there shouldn't be restrictions on that. And to be fair, if we allowed that, we probably would have less obesity and a healthier generation. Why is it that something as simple as sharing an herbal tea or recipes online can bring warnings and lawsuits? Because knowledge is power. If we remember that we already have what we need, we become less dependent on systems that profit from sickness. Let that sink in. One more time. We become less dependent on systems that profit from sickness. I personally have a mom who years ago was on a medication, but she had to take a medication because she was on that medication. And then those 2 medications made her take another medication, and then so on and so forth. And she was on like 12 prescription pills. And then one day, I'm a psychopath as a 12-year-old kid, and I dumped them all out. Of course, she got mad, but the point is she realized quickly that they were killing her. And a lot of her ailments today are probably caused by all of the contraindications of all the medications she was taking. Guys, this is about more than plants. This is about love. Love for our bodies, love for the earth, love for future generations. To choose natural healing is to say, I honor the gift of creation. To grow your own herbs is to say, I believe I have a right to care for myself and my family. Jesus himself healed with simple things: mud, touch, prayer. He didn't need a system, a prescription, or approval from authorities. His healing was free, just as nature's healing is free. So let this be a reminder. Take back your connection to the earth. Learn the plants in your yard. Brew teas. Eat whole foods grown from living soil. Stand your ground against those who would suppress your freedom to grow your own medicine. And above all, do it with love. Because healing is not rebellion. It's restoration. It is remembering that God already gave us what we need. As always, love is the answer. And if you liked this episode, please like, comment, and share. And if you'd like to hear something more in this category, please leave that in the comments as well. Have a blessed day.